Welcome to Sal's Classic Bodybuilding Archives. In today's episode, we're going back to July 1994, Iron Man magazine. Mass from the Past. Let's meet Freddie Ortiz by Mozee. Enjoy. I first met Freddie Ortiz when he came to Southern California in the summer of 1966 to train at Vince's gym in Studio City, California. Freddie was known as the Puerto Rican Superman and the Miniature Hercules. Freddie had a quick and easy wit, which was not only constant, but surprising. He was always clean-shaven and well-groomed, and his typical attire was a pair of neatly pressed slacks, dress leather shoes, and a skin-tight t-shirt that looked like it had been sprayed on his upper body. Freddie wasn't embarrassed by his fabulous appearance, and he never tried to hide it. I remember, on one occasion, taking Freddie to one of my favorite restaurants, and the waitresses couldn't stop looking at his massive upper body. With his wide shoulders, thickly muscled delts, sweeping lats that tapered to a rock-hard 28.5-inch waist, his 50.5-inch chest, and a 19.5-inch arm. He was sensational. There's no other way to describe it. At 5 feet, 5.5 inches tall, and carrying around 196 pounds of massively ripped muscle, he was definitely a phenomenon. Here is his version of how he did it. When I first migrated to the United States from my native Puerto Rico in 1957, I weighed 119 pounds. Soon after my family settled in Manhattan, I joined George Payne's gym. After 2 years of hard and dedicated training, I gained 35 pounds of muscle. Encouraged by my training partner, I entered and won the Mr. Gotham contest and most of the subdivisions. I had big dreams. This was the inspiration that generated my enthusiasm to try to win the Mr. America and even the Mr. Universe contest. In the first place, if you want to build muscle mass, you must train hard and regularly. Training is a very serious business, and any haphazard, indifferent approach to exercise will fail every time. Minimum effort equals minimum return. Although you'll fail to make good progress if you don't get good food and enough rest, exercise is by far the most important factor in achieving new muscle growth. My approach to building muscle mass is somewhat different from that of most champions. I've always admired the physique of Jack Dellinger, and I patterned my training programs after his. Dellinger preferred slightly higher reps, 10 to 12 on most exercises. Higher reps with a medium heavy weight produce far better results than the usual low reps, heavy weight system most bodybuilders use. The higher reps result in a better pumping action and improved circulation. This means more tissue building protein is brought to the muscle, which makes it grow faster. I always use strict form, putting all the concentration I can into each movement. I never talk during a workout, because inevitably you lose concentration and cool off. You should always keep the muscles hot. I rest very little between sets. Taking too much rest between sets is one of the biggest mistakes the average bodybuilder makes. If you look around the gym, you'll find that the people who spend the majority of their time talking take the longest workout and have the least to show for their training efforts. Too many outside activities can also prevent you from building muscle mass and gaining weight. You must decide that building muscle is more important than having a lot of fun with energy-draining activities. I don't mean that you shouldn't enjoy yourself, but you must be aware that too much energy expended playing football, basketball, and other strenuous recreational sports will hold back your progress in the gym. Sleep is very important. 8 hours to 9 hours is about right for most bodybuilders. Diet, too, is very important. You'll never make the best progress possible if you don't eat properly. I'm not a fanatic about diet. I believe in lots of protein for tissue building and some carbohydrates and fats to meet the body's energy needs. Here's my mass building diet. I usually eat every 3 hours or so when I'm trying to gain weight and build mass. I never overeat, but prefer eating smaller amounts of food more often than to stuffing myself with 3 huge meals a day. This keeps the stomach from being excessively stretched while you're gaining weight. Remember, it's better to eat only what the body needs than to overeat. Here's the program I used to gain 25 pounds of solid, defined muscle mass that propelled me to 190 pounds and brought me into the championship shape, which enabled me to win the Mr. America and Mr. Universe titles in my height class. This is what I call my breakthrough routine. It propelled me from an average bodybuilder to a champion by adding the sculptured, ripped mass I was seeking. Give it a try. It could do for you what it did for me. Help you reach a higher level development. Good luck with your training. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And if you're also enjoying Sal's content, please consider clicking on the heart-shaped thanks icon. I would appreciate it. Until the next video, keep training and chasing the dream.